Welcome to our channel. Okay, now we have our front seat, and because it's more easy to work in the floor than in the workbench, I'm gonna demonstrate how we remove the covers for this vehicle. And there you have it. That's the removal of the covers. Same thing over here with the cushion. And we don't need to remove all the moldings. That's what we call it more simple. You don't have to go to all those complications. It's more easy. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to load the airbag reinforcement. These two wires right here, they're reusable. This seat has a technique that is no longer popular. So the new trucks doesn't have this system. This is an old way to do the seats, and it's a little bit more challenging when it comes to the zippers because there is no zippers in the back. So it's basically one single bag. So if you have questions, please put it in the comments and I'll continue in the next video. Now we're gonna proceed to mount the backrest. After the removal of the cover, we need to get those wires off. Now for the new cover, you guys have to measure from this line over here up 1 inch, and then you're gonna cut the pull. From here to here is 1 inch, and from the notch here is 2 inches. You're gonna cut there too, the excess of the cover, because most covers will not have that cut, so that's very important for the installation. Once you have those cuts, Now we can proceed to the installation. Once you get to the airbag area, there is two reinforcements. One goes through this hole, and the other one through this other hole. Now right here, you want to have a 10 millimeter nut to hold the reinforcements together. This is the factory one. You put the nut back on. Now this is the very old way to do seats. Most seats now they have zippers in the back. They're open, so you don't have to do this. So this is the exception. Now we're gonna load the wires now that we have space down here. So you're gonna look for the openings of the pole. And we're gonna load our wires. Now we're gonna get our wires in alignment with the hot ring place. And then we wanna put the hot ring, but this end, guys, about this area over here, it is a cross wire. It has to go underneath so it can hold into something, otherwise it will be loose. So the way to do this, you prepare your hot ring. Like I said, this is slightly more complex than the regular mounting. So you're gonna align your wire in the group of the foam. You're gonna pull it slightly the wire, and then you're gonna send it back in, and that will lock in position. Once it's there, then we can do the hot ring here, and that's how it's hold. I'm gonna do the same in the other side. The most important part is the alignment in the group. Then you pull the wire out, and you can feel that it kind of goes through a step. You put it back in, and it locks in position under the other wire. And then we put our hot ring. And that was it, guys. If you don't secure these ends, it's gonna come off and it's gonna look weird. So you gotta be sure that you have it in place. So the next section of the trimming is gonna be done in the table. So I'm gonna prepare everything right here, and I'm gonna load the cushion, and we're gonna finalize. Well, actually, the cushion is done here too. Let me see what else we can do right here. Because I have this wire in the way, I'm gonna make a cut right here. Then I'm gonna put it back with a staple. Or for you guys, to make it more simple for you, just gonna do a hot ring. This will do the trick. Now the next step is gonna be to hook it over here. But before that, I'm gonna prepare the cushion so we can load them up. So for the cushion, it's the same loading process as before. We just have to prepare the center, put 2 hot rings, and 4 more in the sides. And I'm gonna prepare this one to load it so we can put everything together. And I'm gonna continue in the next video. Okay guys, now we're gonna proceed to do the trimming in the back, right here. I already have the cushion ready. And we already opened the holes for the headrest. So now to load the cushion, we need to remove that molding in the side. It has one Phillips number 2 in the back. And you push it that way. This yellow clip, you just put it back on. There. This clip we're gonna reuse. Now this is the interesting part right here. This can become complex because the way that the molding is built. To avoid all that, what I do is, once I remove this one, the holding clip, I'm gonna cut the fabric as close as possible to the molding. And because I don't want to remove that molding, I just want to push the fabric inside. And that will do it for now. Now let me install the cushion. We have to go through the whole frame with the upholstery and the foam. Both of them. Like that. We're gonna start to trim the U wire on the frame. Just like that. Now we're gonna go back here and we're gonna pull our cover. And then we're gonna do the hot ring. I find this to be the easiest way to do it. It's not the only way, but this way I find it to be more easy. If you have another way, put it in the comments, I wanna know. This one looked weird. It didn't hold anything. Now, there. Okay. Now let's do the driver's side. And this one you're gonna stretch to put the clip back. Like that. Now let's put the molding back. Goes like this. Then the clip. And then the little screw in the back. That's our driver's side for the outer part. Now let's go to the inner. And this is when normally this piece goes on another clip over there. It's not that critical. What we do is we're gonna fold it in. Then we're gonna find our way underneath the molding so we can clip this section. We're gonna have some aid right here. The other way is remove this, get that clip off, remove the bolt over here, then you have to struggle to put it in back on. I find this way to be more simple. And the look is identical, it doesn't change the look. It's just the mechanical sectioning, how it works. Now the last part is to call the plastic. There you have it, guys. The next step is gonna be the headrest steaming and finally put it back into the vehicle. Okay guys, I'll continue in the next video. Like and subscribe, and if you have questions, please put it in the comments. Okay, now we're gonna be doing the headrest. We remove the covers for the back ones, but the front ones are molded, so this cloth doesn't come off, so it stays in place. So we're gonna be putting plastic. So the way this goes, once you assess the front of the headrest, this appears to be too small, the little hole, but I know guys, there is vacuums to compress this thing, there is gigs so you can put it on, but you guys mostly at home don't have that such a thing, so I'm gonna show you how it's done manually. The challenge is to squish the headrest slightly so it can go through the hole. I need to use my body, so I don't want to block the camera, so let me try again. This one is not gonna be getting in that easy. That's the process, guys. We're gonna cut the excess of the plastic. Yeah, guys, this was a little challenging because the opening is too small compared to the whole size of the headrest. There you have it, that's one. Now let's do this other one right here. This is the middle one. So basing the offset, we can tell this is the rear, just like right here, just by the offset. So we're gonna load it like this. So now when it comes to this one, guys, we have the lever. So if you open it up, you can see the clip. So remove the lever and hold it in position. In the same direction that you remove the clip, you put it back on. Now let's set it up. So the cuts here goes in the front. So this is a weird headrest. And it's gonna have the more or less the same challenge as the front one. The only difference is this headrest, the foam is more soft, so it's more easy to squish than the front one. The front one was difficult. This one, not so much. Now, if you're concerned about the pin for the lever, I'm gonna get this side first so I can move the cover slightly over the. Okay, this one is done. Let's remove the excess of the plastic, the nylon. Now, let's cross this section because now it moves slightly in an angle. It's more easy to cross it over the pin. Just like that, guys. It's already crossed. So once you cross it from the pin, we were making a few cars over the week. This one appears to be the more complex because of the amount of old techniques. It's a 2012, so maybe that's the reason. Now car companies wants to make cars quicker, so they find ways to do all this more efficiently without spending so much time. But in the time of this truck, they still transitioning from the old ways to the new ways. So, and way before these techniques, upholstery tends to be more complex and more stitching, and the trimming was more complex, moldings, completely different way to do things. When you get here, the vinyl tends to cover the foam, so don't leave the foam outside. It will look yellowish and ugly. And all we have to do here is cut the hole for the pin and put the lever back on. And there you have it. That's the process. That's the third one. I just gonna do these two more. I don't wanna waste your time in the video, so you already saw how it's done. Rear one, center rear, and the front one, which is a little harder to trim. Guys, like and subscribe. If you have questions, please put it in the comments. Just gonna steam the surface of the um, seats. You can get a $50 steamer in Target, Walmart, things like that, stores like that. If you wish to do the steaming, otherwise put it in the sun. The sun will do the trick. It's not necessary, but if you want to take it a notch up, you can do that. We have our steamer, which is commercial, but it doesn't make any difference when it comes to the steam process. So get the $50 ones. I'm gonna find you a link in the description, so you can buy it in the stores, Target, Walmart, things like that, Michaels, if you want to steam your seats. That's when they're new. You can do many things with a steamer, but basically I'm talking about the process for upholstery. Okay, guys, I'll continue in the final video so I can show you how it looks at the end.